Hello there. Okay. Today was interesting. I took the day to rest a little, and then this friend of mine, this colleague of mine from high school, he came by and we talked, and I don't know, man. It's just now that I see that he's different, the way that I perceive things, and I can I can just keep a conversation with them because the topics is mainly gonna be about the same shit, you know. Oh, about the job, oh, you're gonna go to the college, oh, always the same shit, and I mean I'm just tired of this, you know. For me, it just doesn't make sense anymore. It's always the same shit, you know, always the same shit. And then, but I mean, he's a cool dude, you know. He's a really good person. I would say he's more, in certain aspects, he's more good than me actually. So I don't know, but it's just man, it's not like it's crazy to say that, but I don't see any ROI there. You know, why should I talk with them or people know with the same level? Like it's not about education, you know, because I mean. I'm not the best guy to talk about education because I just finished the high school and I didn't finish in the traditional way. I did a test. So but I'm talking about in terms of understanding of systems, like the way a society works and th- those concepts more profound and philosophical. So you know it requires a level of of understanding of depth of psychology, even even sounds like I'm someone very with a lot of certificates, but it's not like that. But it's just I don't see any point. I don't I don't see how I can improve having those type of conversations about just mundane things I do like to talk about this more simple stuff, it's cool, but it's just fleeting, not really good, for example that one that I had with the guy back in the offer that I was, where we talk. Oh man, that was such a good conversation. At least for me it's interesting, oh man, we talk about the self and psychology and I mean, would people if they have if they had the same experience that you did, would they be just like you are? And I mean, those type of conversations, that really makes you think about the world, for me that's cool. And like I can have this type of conversations with most of the people, and that's just disappointing, you know. But I think that uh, other aspect of this is that, for example, you're not gonna talk about your sexual life with your mom. I think so, right? But you're gonna talk about this with your friend, right? Because you with certain type of people you are a certain type of person. Like you behave in a certain way, right? So there's a scope of topics that you will discuss with a group of people, like your friend, your brother, your girlfriend, your dad, your mom. So I think that's one thing that I must do. I mean, with with this guy, I can talk about gym, which is the gym training. But I can talk about money. I can talk about this type of things. With this guy, on the other hand, I can talk about business, but I can't talk about gym because he doesn't understand. So like having this type of of understanding, I think that's the key. I think that's the missing link that I'm not seeing. You know. So yeah. So yeah, I said, yeah, man. I said, I need to do some things here. I need you to leave. I'm very blunt. You know. And what do you need to do? I'm prepared for next week. And then like he laughed. That was it. That was good. I mean, it was interesting. No, I like my face doesn't seem to argue with my words, but doesn't seem to agree with my words, but yeah, it was decent, you know. And with that, I started thinking, because I mean, he spent like 4 years in the same company. Like he's 22. Like, damn man, like 4 years in the same company. Damn, I don't have this tenacity. I don't. Um, and then I started thinking about like what I really want. What do I really want? And I was just, like because I was just like I don't know, feeling kind of just I don't know how to. I don't know, just you know, what word should I use? Just disappointed. I think that's a just disappointed. Like fuck it, is that it? You know. And then I started thinking about that, and I said, you know what? Let's watch some stuff. Some Harris. some. Let's learn some shit. And then I started listening to his thing, and then I doze off. That's the word that I was looking in the previous video. I doze off. I slept, and then I woke up. And that was better. Like the quick nap, like 15 minutes. Oh, that's the vibe, man. That's the vibe. So I woke up. I was more, thinking more clearly. And then like my neighbor, I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he was like on my sidewalk of my house. And then I look at him, and then he was like, "Oh no, man, relax, I'll just, I'm not gonna turn on the music." I'm like, yeah, relax, yeah, just do your thing, you know. And I was just disappointed again. I was like, "Fuck, is that it?" You know. Other reason why I was nervous and like, was this shit, you know. And like, I don't know, like, I think deep down, I was hoping for, a conflict. Deep down, I was, like hoping for something to happen. That's crazy. That's crazy to consider, but that's the truth. So yeah, and then I started being like, okay, man, like the good point, the good side of this conversation that I had with this colleague of mine is that like became like crystal clear for me what I don't want for my life, the way that I don't want to follow. Like it's crystal. Like I don't want to be like that. Fuck that. I don't want to follow this path. Fuck that shit. And like man, the only thing that matters, is the goal. Like what's the goal? Like it's always gonna change. It's always gonna change. And that's the thing about happiness. Like it's always like in the future. It's always there. And for me, that's the perfect formula for misery. Like it's always there. Like you never arrive at happiness. Like in happiness, you're just like always looking, always in the future, and that's miserable. The thing is to put this in the present. So like, for me, the thing that I need to pay my debts. Like my debts, debts, my debt with the bank. So I need to pay that. Um, you know, but I need to pay my debt with the bank and then like do my own thing, like my agency. But like it's one thing at a time because I need to improve also my buy a better laptop notebook. Until this day, I don't know the difference. My notebook, let's call it notebook. So I needed a better notebook and then I was like, shit, like what's the priority here, you know? And then I used Chat GPT to do that. So you know, I need money, so that's why I'm looking for the 9 to 5 job because no, fuck man, uh, I was looking like I've been looking for remote sales offers and like now like I just saw that a guy sent an email like asking for an interview. Like oh fuck, that's really something, but um. It's, like unless I have a base salary, it's not stable. You know, like with the especially in Brazil, we have a lot of benefits and things like that, like things you have the right like as a citizen. So yeah, looking for like tomorrow I have another interview and it's in other city. I don't know how I'll get there. I've been thinking about that as well. Kind of nervous. Kind of nervous. But like, I think that I'm being more mindful. I'm being more mindful. Little bit. I'm becoming more mindful about the things that I'm thinking, the way that I'm feeling, and that's good. It's not like I stop feeling the things that I'm feeling, but it kind of reduces the impact that these feelings have on me, and I can uh, medicate the the impact of those feelings in my actions. So it's good. It's good. And I've been doing. I don't know. It's been like 1 week and 3 days that I've been doing like the practice of the waking up app. And like I'm doing two sessions daily. So that's the thing. I'm doing 2 sessions daily, and it's really good. I do one when I wake up, and then I do one like before or after the dinner. So it's really good. It's really good. Once you start the day, you're like other one to just reset about everything. And like this week, it's gonna be. I don't. I've been thinking, here and there about the first offer, like on-site offer related to sales that I took on Friday. It was on Friday, and like, man, like a little craving there, and like, oh shit, man, I wish I can get that offer. But it's not something like so bullshit. And there's this one as well that I don't know what's the salary, the base salary, but yeah. So yeah, man. Well, at least now it sounds like I have a plan. So like for next year, I just did, and it's not gonna be easy. I know, yeah, I know that, but I think now I'm more focused on like what really matters. Like so, it was good. Like by the end of it, like was good this conversation that I had with this friend of mine, because then it became very clear for me like what I don't want for my life, and like oh fuck, that's not the way. I know what's the way is. I know what the way is. I know how it looks like. So yeah. The thing is, it's not giving up, and Like, continue doing this shit. There's no way. Like, if you put, like, only one purpose in your life, like, only one thing, and, like, you strive, like, you strive, like, your whole life just to one goal, like, there's no fucking way you're not gonna achieve that shit. And for me, it's that, you know? The 27 rule. That's the shit. So, yeah. Grinding, you know? But, like, now I'm more aware of it, so that's fucking grinding, bro. That's it. Take care.